Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners.
Hello? You play to win the game.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Oh, I got this.
Mountain of no rage, no pride. Mounting up, feel the wild colliding. Word like gravel, spin and scrape. Truth or lies all take shape. The wreck is rolling off the rail. Life a climb, no fairy
That
tale.
time again.
Climb
Are you ready?
aboard or step aside.
And
Smoke
we
and
are
sparks like the
live.
tide.
Bealo and the Boys is here live and in living color. Do not adjust your sets. We are that ugly. Well, some of us are.
Yeah, you are.
We have a kind of an interesting show. I can't hear any feedback, so let's hope everything's good.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, we're good. All right. Now the show we need to get everybody clued in. We're running late, but we are in. And let's see what I've got. I've got an interesting show. The show, I got D Swain's head cut off. How did I do that?
You can't cut D. Swain's head off.
There
He's
he
the
goes.
only look good on here. Well, BB thinks he
Well,
looks
don't
good.
tell him that.
D. Swain knows he looks good. It's kind of like looking at the old version and the young version of Ansel.
Side by side.
Yeah, it's true.
What are you messing with, Randall? What is that, your lightsaber?
Grabber,
Oh,
that's how.
old man grabbers. All right. Segment number one, we're running just a little bit behind, but segment number one, this was the cover two that we were going to do. And we were going to cover some of the scores real quick. And I've got to get this pulled up. Now, we usually cover the college football first. And is there anything, and I know the answer to this before we even say it. We had a lot of, let's see, could we say upsets this past week? Would you say a lot of upsets or something we kind of knew, but as far as rankings and stuff?
Well,
it was
I mean,
probably
yes,
upsets.
if you want to consider Florida, Texas an upset, that's fine, whatever. But
Oh, it definitely was an upset. I know you don't like to hear that, but Florida not ranked, Texas was, even though we all knew Florida would probably beat them.
Go ahead, Randall.
which is why I say whatever.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people picked Florida. It
lot of
was
people.
a surprise
Yeah.
to a lot of people. However, the entire earth was shocked by UCLA Penn State.
Yes.
That's the biggest upset probably since Florida lost to Georgia Southern.
I would agree that is definitely you didn't see that coming. You didn't expect that at all, and it was especially from Nika Imaliman.
Well, there's so many things. New head coach at UCLA. Penn State gave Oregon everything they wanted.
It was somebody on the staff already.
Yeah,
Right?
wasn't it Rick Neuheisel who's
Yeah.
been the head coach multiple times?
There, yeah, and so they get him, and instantly he just seems to. Nico just, I don't know. Was
Well,
it
I mean,
Blake Holland?
let's not get carried away. Nico still only threw for 160 yards.
Yeah, so it wasn't impressive.
It was more. He rushed for over 100 though, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's the shocking thing.
I don't think anybody ever said Nico didn't have talent at some level.
Correct. Yes. Agreed.
It's when he wants to play. Some days he looked completely lost. Let's go back 1 year ago at Arkansas. 1 year apart, the greatest flop in Tennessee football history maybe was that debacle at Arkansas.
Oh no, there's been worse.
Well, besides the Georgia State one. But in that Heupel era, that's probably the greatest flop. And then 1 year later, he beats Penn State with UCLA. That's the opposite of what Nico is. One day The next day, great. Then he may be horrible this weekend.
Yeah, I don't even know who they got and who they have this weekend.
I don't even know.
I don't really
I want to
care.
look at his schedule just cause, and we'll look at that schedule and just see if he's even going to look like he's going to win a game anytime soon. But we'll park that just for a second. Now,
Right.
let's go over just the scores real quick from last week. BYU 38-24 over 24 West Virginia. Here was kind of I wouldn't say a shocker, but a somewhat definitely blowout, which we know Ohio State is probably the number one team in the nation again. And 42-3 over Minnesota. I knew it would be a win, but not that big of a win. And Minnesota was shut out second, third, and fourth quarters. That's where you say it's a blowout. They got their 3 points first quarter. Miami 28, Florida State 22.
Good
I'm sure
game.
you enjoyed that.
I did. I appreciated that game.
Yeah, they did it for you. Oklahoma 44-0 over Kent State.
Go ahead, Randall.
And if I have a number one vote, it's going to be for Miami, even over Ohio State. So go ahead.
Miami has the best resume up to this point.
Absolutely. And
Absolutely,
played times than anybody else, or played better than anybody else.
I'm with you. I don't know if I'd say they're number one, but one or two. I don't think you could. You're flipping a coin. Ohio State, Miami 1 and 2. Definitely, I think.
So has Carson Beck gained your respect
No.
yet?
Well, yeah.
Carson Beck was good.
He was good. He's doing really good. Too.
Yeah.
So
Anybody, including Georgia fans, that want to hate on Carson Beck, need to go back and rewatch the 432 drop passes that he had to experience last year.
yeah.
Anybody that wants to hate on Carson Beck, just remember he drives a Lambo and dated one of the Carpenter twins.
No, he does not. They broke up.
He said he dated.
Oh,
he
I thought it said, and
he
he
pluraled
dated.
it. Or
I did put it in past
he
them.
put it past him.
The other Cavender twin is engaged to the Dallas Cowboy superstar in the making, tight end Jake Ferguson. That guy's off to a great start this year. He's like Jason Witten of old. Dak relies a lot on him.
What a gene pool if they got married, though. I mean, if
right?
and Carson Beck,
Yes.
too, you keep that. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a bloodline.
Well, think of Livy Dunn and Paul Skeen.
Oklahoma 44, Kent State 0. Shocker.
Thanks for getting us back on
To
track.
no one.
Texas Tech 31, Mississippi State 9. That was kind of a shock. I figured Mississippi State would hang in there a little better than that, but
Texas Tech's apparently
well, they're 5-0
Good.
overall, 2-0 in the SEC. They didn't score anything first quarter. So when you look at that and you think it took them a little bit to get going.
Texas Tech has
Texas
beat two
Tech.
SEC
Yeah,
schools.
that's what it says.
That was Texas A&M.
Huh?
That was Texas A&M in Mississippi State.
What did I say?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Texas A&M. I don't know what I'm talking
Texas
about.
A&M was
A&M.
good. Yeah.
Texas Tech's good.
Texas
A&M's
Tech's
good too.
But I figured y'all would have called me out right off the bat and I spit all over.
Well,
my
I was
face.
just thinking Texas Tech because I was surprised they put it on whoever they played this weekend.
well,
I was surprised.
Texas, they've spent a lot of money.
Sure, well,
They've
got
invested.
that oil money, you can do that.
Well, one thing we're going to cover on this show is the NIL and what they're going to do about that, because it's going to wind up where you're going to have like you remember the Yankees always had the biggest in the Dallas Cowboys. Yankees and the Cowboys always had the biggest money to draw from, and now that looks like Texas Tech has got quite a bit. Now, but Texas A&M 31, Mississippi State 9. UCLA 42, Penn State 37. Now here's the thing: it wasn't even close.
No. Shocker of the year.
UCLA 10-7 after the first quarter.
I don't know a game that could rival that in upset of the year.
I don't think so. Not somebody that
Even
dominated.
going forward, Ohio State would have to lose to Toledo or something.
Yeah, and they would have to wear them out the whole game.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the first quarter, it was 10-7 UCLA. At the end of the second quarter, it was 27-7 at halftime. Mm-hmm. And then Penn State kind of started getting together.
Finally woke up.
Yeah, finally woke up. But then it was Florida, Texas. And Florida comes out 10-0 first quarter. Then at halftime, it was 19-7 Florida. And then Texas Tech. Now, I heard some rumors.
You're hung up on Texas Tech. Why'd you
I
say
said
Texas
it again.
Tech?
I don't know, Texas. I guess there's something that we need to talk about.
Because he's wearing
Texas
Georgia
Tech.
Tech, and you're thinking Texas and Tech.
Maybe it's what it is. I don't know. But Texas and Florida.
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 Because he's a Floridian. And that's why he's a Florida Gator. For those that didn't know, and like, why in the world is D. Swain a Florida fan? Well, he's a Floridian.
Correct.
And that's where he was born. Not raised, but born.
I was raised the first 2 years of my life there.
Okay, you remember them, right? What was the weather like on your second birthday down there?
It was hot. Really, really hot.
What'd you get for your birthday, you remember?
A box of diapers.
Do what?
And a sprinkler.
Yeah.
Pull-ups and a slip and slide.
Yeah. Now, then we go to Vanderbilt, Alabama, which, and this is why I made the comment earlier that Vanderbilt wasn't even close, but they kind of, I said at no point did it look like they were going to win. The reason why I'm saying that, it was 7-0 Vanderbilt at the end of first quarter. Second quarter, they were tied at halftime. So then third quarter, Vandy don't score third or fourth quarter, and Bama does. So there was no worry until they tied up in at halftime that Alabama had it from there on out.
Vanderbilt was 5 yards away from taking the lead in the third quarter. If Diego doesn't fumble, who knows what happens?
True. I mean, to that point, that would have been a game changer.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's a 14-point swing because I think Alabama went down and scored. I think.
Yeah, Texas A&M in Houston. Texas A&M.
That's probably Texas Tech in
I had
Houston.
to say that just for the heck of it.
Well, he's got jokes.
Texas Tech 35, Houston 11. Did you like Houston's uniform in the game?
I did like Houston's uniforms.
The old Houston.
They go into
Oilers.
Oilers.
Yeah.
They went pro style. I thought it was cool.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did. I think I didn't like Houston written out in the half semicircle. If they would have the UH on the side with those,
That would have been better. I agree.
Yeah.
Are they normally red and black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Red and
Yes.
white.
Red and white. My fault.
Red and black is Texas.
They're red and black too.
They probably do have some.
They
black
have
in
some
their
black
uniform.
accent
Yeah,
in
I
some
think
of
in
their
their pants
uniforms.
or something like that.
Seems like in the national championship game between the Florida Gators and the Houston Cougars in basketball, I think their uniforms had some black trim to it.
Well, it says kind of like Tennessee. The Lady Vols have blue in their jersey, and I don't like that powder blue at all with orange. But anyway, Georgia, Kentucky, 35-14. Georgia slams Kentucky basically because Kentucky didn't score first quarter or third quarter. And Kentucky is Bob Stoops on the hot seat.
No, he's not because he doesn't
What
coach.
about his brother?
He might be on the hot seat, but I think he's ready to get out of town anyway.
I think so.
Just fire me and pay me.
Yeah.
Ed Orgeron, what door you want me out walking out?
That's it.
$31 million buyout.
Yep.
31
Yes.
for Mark
And
Stoops?
NIL. I want you to remember Kirby Smart's buyout is $105 million. So let's not be very hard on the kids.
Well,
$5 million.
I think Kirby can coach Georgia as long as Kirby wants to coach Georgia. But we said that about Mark Richt too. And that didn't happen. So at some point, it's going to be upside down for Kirby.
Kirby's got a lot more cachet since he's got 2 national titles. Mark Richt, had he won a national title, I think he would still be there. Yeah. I mean, he may have retired simply because of his health by now, but he wouldn't have lost his job when he lost his job.
No.
I think his Kirby Smart being an alumni and a player too helps him drastically.
I think so too. I think
we can't hurt.
No.
Yeah, and he was good. His defense has always been good.
Just bring in Champ Bailey and Hines Ward as your
Could you imagine them on the coaching
assistants.
staff?
Come on, man.
But can you imagine those egos?
Oh, geez.
They would be fighting each other.
Yeah.
Do what, Randall?
$105 million. Ain't no coach worth $105 million.
No. Nick Saban.
Ain't worth $105 million.
You don't think Saban would be in his heyday? Wasn't worth that?
I have a problem with any coach making $105 million.
Over a span of how many years though?
Yeah, if they fired him tomorrow, he would get $105 million.
Well, it'd be in payments.
I think
I'm sure
he's-
they wouldn't get one check.
I think he's $32 million a year. I think that's what I saw today with
Golly,
Kirby.
bum. That's high for a
I
college.
think he's probably somewhere in the 13 to 14 million.
Yeah, I don't know what I saw. Let me look at that. I'm gonna look it up.
I always heard until Saban retired, whatever he was paid wasn't enough. And what was said, what that meant is the school was making so much more than what he was paying because he was there with enrollment and ticket sales and all the other stuff.
I agree with you, but nobody deserves $105 million.
Well, professional athletes don't deserve the money they get.
Oh, no.
But I would rather them get it than the people that call the shots, because we're there to see Mike Trout and Bryce Harper and Nick Saban and Kirby Smart and name your star that you're there to see. You're not there to see Mark Davis and his awesome smile and cool haircut. And
It puts in perspective to me that you're upset over Carson Beck getting $5 million to go to Miami. Well, he just left playing for a guy who's going to make $105 million over the next 10 years.
Yeah. So he signed.
and he has that opportunity when he quits playing too.
Yeah.
It's not like Kirby started at $13 million a year.
Right. Yeah, he's
earned a lot of
so
it.
he's $13 million a year. He signed a 10-year, $130 million contract.
Wow.
There you go. Is that all you got on scores there, Chief?
No. I've got the shocker. The next one
No,
was
you
another
don't.
shocker.
You already said the shocker.
Tennessee beat the crap out of the bye week.
Well, we were favored.
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
No, Iowa State. Cincinnati beating Iowa State handily.
Still not as big upset as you said.
No, nothing. That's the big one. But I'm saying, still, nobody picked Cincinnati to beat Iowa State.
No.
And that's a big upset. Knocking off number 14th when you are a 4. Well, they're 4-1, 2-0 in the Big 12.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Who is their coach this year? Do you know? He's gonna make.
I don't know, but their old coach is on the chopping block in Wisconsin, Luke Fickell, and everybody wanted that guy when he was at Cincinnati.
Well, and their old coach is a moron, because he come out again with another one of his stupid sayings.
I didn't see it, but I saw that he had come out with another.
And it was, how was it saying that there was no atmosphere to the atmosphere of the state between Arkansas State and Arkansas, and he said nobody else has ever experienced that. And somebody's like, well, sure they have, because every college has a state and a regular college like Georgia Tech. But the way he worded it, it was like, what an idiot.
Who is that?
Butch.
Champions for life. I looked at
5-star heart,
yes,
baby.
Yeah,
Rick
look up stupid Butch Jones sayings, and it'll be
Champions of life.
Yeah, it'll be in there.
I love it.
And Michigan 24
And
to
he
10
beat
over
Georgia.
Wisconsin.
He's the last guy to beat Georgia.
Yeah, and how's that, Kirby? How you like that, Kirby Smart? Notre Dame 28-7 over Boise State. Illinois 43-27 over Purdue. I'm horrible at calling these scores.
Yeah.
And Virginia 30 over Louisville, which no one's seen that coming, 27. So that wraps up that. Now we're going to talk real quick NFL. This is the slowest 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is a 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
And the NFL 2 minutes.
Yeah, in NFL. So we're going to go week 5 in NFL.
NBA 2 minutes.
Anybody you surprised in the NFL? Any games?
Is NFL?
Yeah,
slow?
the Titans. Did you see how they won?
Yeah. That was the craziest play. I think I've never seen a play like that, where they fumble it and the other team gets it, recovers it,
Fumbles it into the end zone.
kicks it into the end zone, and Tennessee falls on it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
The craziest thing ever. But 49ers outlast the Rams 26-23. Vikings outlast the Browns 21-17. And the Browns traded Falco.
Flacco.
Or Flacco.
Or I like Falco better. I tell you, I really need my caffeine.
Miles and miles of
today.
heart.
You want
Yeah.
one? I'll go get you one.
Yeah, I'll try
I got one in
it.
the
I
truck.
need a little
You
bit
want
of
grape
caffeine.
or orange? Grape or peach?
Oh, peach.
Oh, bring me one too, then. I'll give it a go. You know which one I want.
Yeah, he's a grape ape.
No, peach. We were talking about it earlier.
Oh, yeah. We'll
I like
I'll get a
peach.
little dab and you have the rest. How's that?
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't need the whole thing.
I don't need a whole one either.
Raiders look horrible, 1-4. Colts, keep that.
And Daniel Jones. Let's not just say Colts.
It's Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is playing great.
He had, and we're going to talk about the Colts in a minute. Their power rankings, they're way up. The Giants are suffering, and they're.
Their quarterback's got a hot mom though.
I don't know.
And he didn't
Oh, she does. There he does. Jackson Dart's mom's smoke show.
Well, the Saints 26. Spencer Rattler.
That's another surprise. The Saints are terrible.
Yeah, and who's their coach? Do you remember?
Yes, it's
Boyz
Kellen
State.
Moore.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler should not be starting
No.
day in the NFL.
No.
Bad
should.
part is they're lukewarm.
I've got ice in mine. I'm just going to pour a little mix.
Yeah,
We're gonna
you can hang
split
on to
peach.
that. We're just
You
going to
hang on to
split
the
the
grape.
peach one.
We're gonna split some peach right here. Because
Yeah, I was pretty surprised to see New Orleans pull that off.
Lukewarm, sorry.
Thank you. Dude, get more than that.
I've got Mountain Dew, water, and
Pour a little more in there.
what you don't drink, I'll pour in here because
Okay.
I've still got. It's a mix. I got spider juice. Is that what they call it? I got Mountain Dew, zero, water, more water than Mountain Dew, and then a little bit of peach.
Gonna
So
like, huh?
Lit my nostrils up.
Cowboys 37 over the Jets. I'm surprised. The Jets are 0-5 because they looked really
They
good.
played
Justin
decent.
Fields. Yeah.
They're not terrible, and I like Aaron Glenn as their head coach. I hope they don't run him off because they're competing. Fields looks decent. He looked better than he has anywhere else.
That's different. It's got a little shabazz.
Yes.
It's got a little shabazz with it.
But yeah, and Brees Hall, really good running back.
Broncos, they're starting to come
How about
alive.
that?
Not bad at all. 21-17 over the Eagles, which I thought the Eagles would have been the last undefeated team because
Well,
the
they were.
Eagles,
Them and
the Buffalo Bills.
Bills both lost
Yeah.
Sunday.
And it was back because I think I'm gonna pick the Bills to go to the playoffs, possibly championships.
Yeah.
We'll see. Dolphins continue to struggle. Panthers beat them 27-24.
Panthers compete. They don't have a ton of talent, but their coach has them playing hard.
Texans 44-10 over the Ravens.
Ravens are in trouble.
They're in big time trouble, and it's all. Here's the thing: when you build a team around Lamar, and if I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong. You remember who Lamar's backup was?
Now,
Yeah, who it was when he first got there. It was another.
when he first got there, it was RG3.
Yeah, which has a similar game as Lamar Jackson.
Now it's Cooper Rush.
Now I don't know what kind of game he's got. Is he a running gun kind of?
No, not like
He's
Lamar.
pocket.
He's And he's not a bad backup. Was Dallas's backup. He won when Dak was hurt for 4 or 5 weeks 2 years ago. He won 3 or 4 of his 5 starts.
Wow.
So he's not bad.
Then it's got there. When you build a team around Lamar and then Lamar gets hurt, you're in trouble.
Well, yes,
that's kinda what's
agreed.
happened.
But the biggest problem has been their defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they had
gave us
Buffalo
44 to
beat.
the Texans.
They had Buffalo beat the first game of the season. They had another really good team beat. Gave up a last minute score to lose.
Now, who were the Ravens before they were the Ravens? Do you remember?
Yeah, the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, it's right.
I don't know NFL.
Huh?
I don't know
No.
NFL.
That's where. Now, do you know who the Cleveland Browns are now? Who were they?
They were an expansion. The new Cleveland Browns is just an expansion team
From
from the NFL expanding.
no, hold on.
Nobody moved to Cleveland.
No, but there's a team. I don't think they just up and started. Wasn't they another franchise moved over to Cleveland?
No, sir.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
He's right.
Are you right? So they just said, "Hey, we got a team." Where'd they get their players from? Just
Expansion draft.
Same way the Marlins and the
then how are they
Diamondbacks
that
and the
good?
Rays. And
because they're better than to be an expansion right out of the box.
Who?
The Browns.
Cleveland Browns are not good.
No, they got a lot of talent. That's what I'm saying.
But they
were good last year.
But
They
the
were actually
Cleveland
good last
Browns
year.
have been back in business, what, 15 years?
Yeah. Around that.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, let's see. You had the Jags and Carolina came in, and then Cleveland, and who was the other expansion team?
Texans, wasn't
The
it?
Texans, yes.
Yeah.
Houston Texans.
Yeah. Because I knew they had come in, but I wasn't thinking that the Browns were just straight out. I was thinking
And speaking of Houston Texans, and I know we're getting a little off topic, but anybody that looks back at Houston's history and thinks David Carr was garbage are ignorant.
Yeah. What I was thinking of was Baltimore Colts left Baltimore to become the Indianapolis Colts.
Correct.
Left Baltimore without a
Yeah,
city.
Art Modell loaded up Mayflower and
Yeah.
drove out in the middle of the night.
Right. And then the Browns leave to go to Baltimore to be the Baltimore Ravens. And then the Browns Cleveland had no
Right.
team. And so, expansion, that's right. That's where I was thinking at. So, the Cardinals.
I'm sorry. Art Modell was the Cleveland Browns owner in
He
Baltimore.
took off during the night.
It was Jim Irsay's dad
Dad did it, yeah.
loaded up in the
They
middle
got
of the night.
that. Did you know that the Baltimore Colts had a cheerleading squad and a band? And the band was like only just a few people. That's a really cool story when you
They
read
still have
that. Do what now?
The band's still very much active.
Really?
And it's not the Baltimore Ravens band. It's the Baltimore Colts band.
Wow. And do they play at the game?
Yes.
That is, and they
That's
allow
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
That is kind of cool.
So
Cardinals.
let's go watch one.
Cardinals get defeated by the Titans with the craziest touchdown you'll ever see. Buccaneers are hot. They were all over Seattle Seahawks 38-35.
Is Baker still there? Is Baker still there?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is he still lighting it up?
Yes. He's having a beast of a season. And I'll tell you who else is looking good is Sam Darnold with the Seahawks.
Absolutely.
Looking really good. Lions, I believe, though, might be the team to beat. 37-24 over the Bengals. The Bengals are going to struggle as long as
Joe
Burrow is out. Now, Falco/Flacco will be the backup probably when Burrows comes back, but they've got him to start. Now, that leaves Watson at the Browns. They still have him on IR probably is it the whole year, Randall?
Yeah, it's for his career. They don't want him to on the field. He's horrible. I mean, I don't know that we ever see Deshaun Watson again.
That's the
How
biggest
is that
waste
possible?
of money ever.
Well, I don't know. DeMarcus Russell was pretty bad.
He didn't get paid a third of what
True.
Deshaun Watson's getting.
So what's going on? What's the Deshaun? What's that Watson story, Randall?
He attacked he Bill Cosby's very, very many massage therapists.
So why don't they just get rid of him?
But they signed him after he did it.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
And now he's just collecting that check and he doesn't give a rip.
yeah, that was a conscious decision of stupidity.
Yeah, how you feel about that, Cleveland? Let's hear about them Cleveland fans right now.
It's Tennessee's pride and joy, the Hazlitt brothers.
You got Watson, and you have Gabriel, which is doing good. He'll be okay, and Shador. That's who you got now.
And they have
Gabriel and
they
Shador.
have Bailey Zappi
That's
on
right.
the practice
They
squad.
brought Zappi in, but now they're saying that Shador may be gone now. How cool would that be?
Where's he gonna go?
Well,
Wide
they want
receiver.
him. He'll be on somebody's practice squad, I'm sure.
That's a wide receiver.
Commanders looking good.
With
27-10.
Jaden Daniels, they look good. They're a different team when he plays.
Yeah,
Washington
yeah,
Redskins.
yeah. You got Jaden
And
Daniels.
Mariota's not bad. He's Mariota's the backup, right? In
Marcus?
Washington.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not bad. His first start he was really good,
Yeah.
but
It's like it was at Tennessee. He was
But
really good at first.
the team's just different when Daniels is playing.
What opens the playbook up?
Well, I mean, Mariota can still run, do whatever Jaden Daniels does. It's just different.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels just commands that.
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Jake Daniels kind of throw a sidearm, more of a sidearm? Is he more?
He's
he can
got
make it
more
happen?
angles, sure.
And I think that's what it gives them a little bit more options and can get them out of situations. Bills lose to the Patriots. That was a shocker.
That was surprising.
And Drake May's playing really good ball for the Patriots. Jaguars blowout. I would say blowout because that you wouldn't expect it.
They won by 3.
Yeah, I know, but I like to call that a blowout. Let me have my fun on this because I really don't. I'm tired of the Chiefs dominating. I'm tired of the Travis Kelce.
How about the touchdown to win the game?
Love it.
Did you see what happened? The right guard steps on Trevor Lawrence's foot.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
And
So
he falls down
looks like
and
he's having a seizure.
Yeah, he
jumps
gets
up,
it.
runs it into the end zone.
And that concludes the fastest
No, it does not.
That was-
30 minutes of
The
podcast.
fastest 30 minutes, yeah.
I'm so glad that's over.
That is over now. Top segment number 2, our AP top 25 back in college. And if you look at the notes, Penn State drops totally out. Texas drops totally out. Vandy and Iowa State lose. What say you, Randall, about the Penn State droppage?
They didn't deserve to be where they were at before the droppage.
Now, all right, Randall, do you think it was all kind of like how they always put Notre Dame, like the powers to be have always put Penn State the last 2 or 3 years in the top 10, and they don't deserve to be in the top 10?
They played Oregon they played Oregon the best game of the year. I mean, I said they don't deserve. I just have a problem with James Franklin. I think he's the problem. And I don't know how you don't have your team prepared to play at UCLA. It's not like Penn State had nothing to play for. They still had everything to play for. And you don't. The only thing I can think of, they played in front of 12,000 people. Maybe they thought they could put footballs out there and win.
Well, a lot of teams do that. A lot of teams think they've got something when they don't, or they go, well, we're going to walk right over UCLA. They're bad. That's all we've ever seen is bad. And then you got to play 60 minutes every week.
Sorry, Randy, he cut you off. I
thought UCLA was going 0-12, and they beat a top 10 team.
Yeah.
I can't. Even Happy State beating Michigan. Happy State was a real good FBS team.
Yes.
I take any day. I take Happy State over UCLA. Head-to-head matchup. I don't know a team that low, that bad, ever beat a top 10 team. D. Swain, what do you got? I can't think of one.
Georgia Southern beating Florida in, I think it's 2013 when Muschamp was there, and didn't throw a pass. Now again, Georgia Southern was an upper tier FBS school that, especially at that time, against this UCLA team, you would probably pick Georgia Southern win. When the score popped up and I started following it, I was in bewilderment. I was shocked. Not much in sports just jolts me and makes me think, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
That score shocked me.
Take us to where you were at Saturday watching. Explain the layout, and then how did you follow it after that?
So me and my buddy were playing in a golf tournament in Guntersville, Alabama. We're spending the night. So we were at a little place, great ribeye, by the way. For anybody that gets down around Guntersville, go to JD's Grill. They have great steaks.
Yeah, I've been there.
Okay, yes. We were in JD's. I'm watching the Florida game. Of course, the big TV's got Alabama on because you're in Alabama. Mm-hmm. But they popped the score up, and I'm like, Coop, holy crap! And they were showing a replay of one of Nico's rushing touchdowns. Like, this is no way. After halftime, it comes back out, and they're still winning. I'm like, finally, you see Penn State closing the gap. I'm like, they're going to eat this one out. And then the next time they show the score is right before we left. And it was back to a 2-score game. And I was like, UCLA is actually going to win this game.
That is crazy. Now, keep in mind when we get to segment 4, we're going to talk about your golf game down there. But any surprises in the rankings this week? Not last week, but let's go to this week. There's some changes between the AP and the coaches poll, as always. Coaches have Florida State out of the top 25 and replace them with Memphis in the 25th spot. And let's see if there's some notable changes that I can see just quickly. LSU is 11th in both. Georgia is 9 in coaches, 10th in AP. Let's see. Everybody else looks like they're in line. Arizona and Iowa State kind of flip-flop. They've still got Penn State, the coaches poll, 22. Penn State doesn't deserve to be in the top 30, much less coaches poll at 22. Who are the coaches putting them in there?
All of them.
You think all the coaches say, hey, we really think Penn State is, they're better than Memphis, they're better than Virginia, and they're better than Arizona State, they're better than Utah, they're better than Florida State, Cincinnati, South Florida, Navy, USC, UNLV, Nebraska, TCU.
I think Penn State's better than most of those schools.
Louisville, Auburn. You
Yeah.
think they're better than SMU?
Yes. Now, should they be in there? Probably not. But
So
I'm going to lean on the coaches over the riders, if that makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I got you. Now, so the Riders have South Florida at 24, and the coaches don't even have them in, period. All right. They received 65 votes from the coaches. Now, if we look at this, Ohio State 1, Miami 2 is what AP has. Coaches say Oregon is still 2, Miami 3. Ole Miss.
I disagree with that. I would put Miami 2.
I'm like you. I think so too. I think Miami's 2, Oregon's 3. Ole Miss, I'm good at 4.
Sure.
Texas A&M. Randall, you good at them at 5?
Yeah, I'm not good with Ole Miss at 4.
Well,
I just, Ole Miss is a top 5 team. I think Texas A&M is. I think when we're done with this season, we'll find out. Hey, and Ole Miss is a good team. They're a top 10 team. Just 4 seems high. Texas A&M at 5, I have no problem with.
I hope they fall to 25 after this week.
Me too.
Nine SEC teams in the top 25. It's crazy. Interesting.
It's typical. What do you mean? Why is that crazy?
Well, because even with the
NIL transfer portal.
yes, that's probably where I'm going with that.
Okay, well, it's 9 different teams, but the SEC has had 9 teams ranked the last 20 years.
Now, here's one thing. Now, the coaches in AP have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 the same. So you have Ole Miss at 4, Texas A&M 5, Oklahoma 6, Indiana 7, Alabama 8. They put Georgia 9 and Texas Tech 10, where the AP flips them. Do you think if they play on neutral field, who's winning between Georgia and Texas Tech?
Don't know.
Georgia and Texas Tech.
Yeah.
That's a good football game.
That would be a great
it's a good
football
football
team.
I don't know.
And
Georgia would probably win 1. Texas Tech probably win 1.
It would be a great one. Do you think LSU is right there with them?
When they're at their best, but they haven't played their best this year. So I don't know. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. There's a lot more parity now than there was just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The coaches are talking about it.
Yeah.
Start listening to the coaches. I listen to the coaches. When they say, Lane Kiffin this past week, the undefeated SEC teams, that's history.
It's gone.
That doesn't happen.
It won't.
And
they're gonna get penalized for it.
uh,
As long as Ohio State can go undefeated or have 1 loss,
But
and an SEC team with 2 or
there's
3
there's
losses.
schools out there.
They'll always
Illinois has money. There's schools in the Big Ten that are going to get some of the NIL boys.
Well, here's the thing though. You look at I guess the way it is now, if you get the chance to go to Illinois and make $1 million, or you go to Alabama and make 400,000,
and
Where you
maybe not start.
yeah, and maybe not start, where you gonna go?
Illinois.
So you're gonna.
I'm
bank on
taking that
money.
double the money, absolutely.
So that's probably what a lot of kids have.
And Illinois is probably going to guarantee you playing time. Alabama's not going to say, come here and you'll play.
I've never heard anybody say, I'm going to Alabama to play for DeBoer. They're going to Alabama because of it's Alabama.
Well, but, I mean, he's year 2.
Yeah. And
3 years down the road, if he's got a national title, you'll hear, I'm going to Alabama to play for
do
DeBoer.
you think he gets a national title at Alabama?
I think the dude's got as much talent on his team as anybody.
Yep.
Do you think he'll get a national title?
Yes, I
Really?
absolutely do.
I don't.
I think
What
he's
year you think?
I think he's an excellent coach. He's not Saban. He's not Kirby. He's not Dabo. But he's a really good coach. He's won everywhere he's been. And we say it all the time. It's all about the Jimmies and Joes.
It is. It is. Do you think
He gets the Jimmies and Joes.
how many years you think before he gets to be? You think 2 more years?
I think he can win it. I doubt they'll win it this year. They could, but I think next year's probably because Randall. Correct me if I'm wrong, but most everybody will be back next year for Alabama, right?
Young team, yeah. Ty Simpson will be it. I'm telling you, that's the thing people overlook. Look at Joey Aguilar, a fifth-year quarterback. Nobody in the world wanted out of high school. But you throw him on Tennessee now, a 24-year-old man playing against most skilled people, most defensive players, most other college players are 19, 20, 21 years old. Joey Aguilar is 24 going on 25. Having that senior leadership at quarterback, having that elder statesman.
Same with Vanderbilt. Diego. Nobody thought Vanderbilt was going to start off 4-0. Do what?
Nobody wanted Diego Pave.
No.
But let's say this for Ty Simpson. He was a 5-star that set. And not many are able to do that anymore.
And
Not able, but willing.
Right.
So
he's and that dude's talented.
Very talented.
I got nothing but good things to say about Ty Simpson.
Same here.
Oh, y'all through?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can talk Florida since we hadn't really talked about it.
Yeah, we don't really need to talk Florida right now.
Sure do.
We'll get back to Florida in just a second.
Georgia lost
Well,
Alabama.
I mean, why is Texas no longer in the top 25? Randall, can you answer that?
It's because they're not that good.
I
It's
think they
nothing
got
to do with Florida.
Really?
Go ahead, Randall.
Florida matched up really nice with Texas. And I think Florida wins that game. We were talking about out of 10 times. Florida wins that game 8 out of 10 times. You know, Florida's just a better football team than Texas.
Is Arch's hype waning?
Arch has been in too many frat houses in his day.
Yeah, he's loving college life.
I think, well, here's my take on Arch, and I watched every play of the game. The dude was running for his life. He's tough.
Yeah.
And he made some plays. Now, did he make some bad plays? Sure, but it's his first year starting at this level. He's never been to the swamp. Anybody that thinks Arch Manning isn't going to be good doesn't know football.
I think he's learning what it takes to be good right now.
Yes. Well, I think he's more like Eli than Peyton.
Yeah, I don't think he ever in high school played that elite competition that got him ready for college football. And then he went to Texas, and it's kind of been a soft bed. But I think this is good for him.
Yes, I agree.
I'll put it beyond Arch to come out and have a real good year in his senior year.
Agreed.
All right, so let's go on. 13, Georgia Tech. 14, Missouri and Michigan. Notre Dame, Illinois, BYU. They're all the same on both polls. Now, coaches have Texas at 19. AP knocked them totally out of the ranking. Now they're saying Cincinnati had 129 votes to be in the AP. Texas had 111. So coaches only gave Cincinnati 70. So it would be interesting to see how many votes Texas got, because the coaches are saying they're still relevant. They dropped 12 spots, but the coaches are saying Texas is still there.
Well, here's a couple
because
things.
they believe in Sarkisian, right?
There's a couple of things. One, Florida was ranked at the start of the season. Everybody knows Florida has talent. Did they sleptwalk through the South Florida game? I get it. 5 turnovers against LSU in Baton Rouge, and they're still in the game the entire night. And they gave Miami everything they wanted. So I think they still look at Texas. Again, Jimmy's and Joe's. Texas has a lot of talent.
Mm-hmm.
So do they think Texas would beat Iowa State and Arizona State and BYU? And sure they do. That's why they still have them. The coaches look and say, I can do something with that team. And I think that's why they're still ranked.
Is Missouri ranked too low?
That's a good question.
Being 5-0.
Last week I went out on a limb and I called an upset somewhat with Florida beating Texas. I'm going to go out on a limb this week and say Missouri beats Alabama.
Called it myself.
I just like the situation, how Missouri's playing, and where the game's at.
Well, I think part of that is because any normal season before last year, you're not taking Missouri to beat Alabama.
No.
But the thing is, do we trust DeBoer? Just because he got over that one little hump with Vanderbilt doesn't mean something crazy doesn't happen this weekend. I get it.
And I'm going to say I do trust Eli Drinkowitz now. That he's a top, I don't know where you put him, but he's a top level coach.
I trust Clark Lee.
Yeah,
I trust Vanderbilt. He gets a lot out of a little.
Yep.
All right, and we have to finish it out. Let's see, Iowa State 21. This is going back to coaches. Vanderbilt 20, Iowa State 21, Penn State 22, Arizona State 23, Virginia 24, Memphis 25. What's your take on Memphis?
I think that's the greatest race nobody's talking about. Navy, Memphis, South Florida. Who's going to get that group of 5 bid at the end of it? And there's some good football teams. I said at the beginning of the year it was Navy, but since then I've seen Memphis and South Florida. There is a parity has come to the group of 4, but I think the group of the small mid-majors, whatever you call them, has narrowed that gap to the elite conferences.
Sure.
Like the American Conference and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The American Conference might be the 5th best conference in America right now. So, and that's a sure change from what it used to be.
No question.
Good football. I wouldn't want to go out and play a South Florida or a Navy or Memphis, because on any given Saturday, they could beat anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt about that. I'm trying to work on some stuff here. So
And we see all the changes going on the screen.
I was trying to give us the dark mode, and I messed the graphic up. It looks like
you gave Randall the holy light.
Yeah, the
is what you
washout.
gave Randall.
The washout.
That ain't me. That's Randall's. That's on Randall's
It's the
end.
camera.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, that's Randall's.
No, hang on. It's not, because right here he's crystal clear.
Oh, I see what you're saying there. It's because I got him zoomed in.
Yeah, you've got him washed out completely.
Yeah, that's probably it. Ain't a whole lot I can do with that unless we back the camera up. But anyway, that's where we're at with it. We'll get it fixed out here in just a second. But I wanna move on to Randall on high school. Do you have any high school update to go with? Your hands in the shot.
There's there's a couple of things I thought about. Is I wanted to mention how well North Georgia's done. LFO is 4-2. Ringo is 5-1. I think Gordon Lee's 5-1. Rockmart's 5-1. I think North Mary is 6-0. That's better football than you're used to seeing out of that area of football. The city of Chattanooga is not very good. East Hamilton's probably the best team. McCallie and Baylor, though, let's talk about what happened over there Saturday or Friday night. McCallie and Baylor are 2 top 25 prep schools that can go out and play with anybody, and having them in the city probably hurts public school football. East Hamilton's good. Saudi Daisy's okay, but there's just not a lot of talent left after McCallie and Baylor. And then I wanted to mention down in Alabama, the Fife Rebel Devils are back at it again. And, they sent Logan Anderson to Clemson, and they just keep reloading with these farm-fed kids that spend time in the weight room, and they're just good. And then shout out to Sequatchie Valley. I think Marion County is 5-1. South Pittsburgh's 5-1. Sequatchie County's 4-2. Bledsoe County's 4-2. Upperman at the top of the valley is really good. But
doesn't Whitwell have a good record too?
Yeah, Whitwell's kind of struggled the last couple of weeks, but they're like 4-2 too. That whole valley's good football. What's shocking to me though is we're surrounded. North Alabama is elite football. North Georgia is improving. Sequatchie Valley is great. Ray County's 5-1. McMinn County's good. But right here in the heart of Chattanooga, you probably got East Hamilton, and then it might be Saudi Daisy, Hickson, Red Bank. But I would say the second best team in Chattanooga might be 2-4. So
did Hickson beat Central?
Hickson destroyed Central. Central's quarterback's at South Pittsburgh, so that probably brought up.
Okay, yeah.
So I just wanted to shout out North Georgia, though, because they take a lot of grief about not good football in North Georgia.
Gordon Lee's as good as they were Ryan's junior year this year.
Yeah,
but they're in the same boat. They got a lot of seniors.
If you get a lot of 1A.
We're going to run away to commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk golf and the MLB playoffs. Folks, we'll be right back after this.
Voices crackle like firelight. Be low when the boys take flight. Mounted up high, glass bossy ride. Train wreck, chaos, we won't hide. Mounted up, no raise, no pride. Live my own life in a new galaxy.
Hey guys, Dave here at Battlefield Outdoors in Fort Oglethorpe. One of the largest selections of disc golf, if not the largest selection of disc golf disc and accessories that are available in the Chattanooga area. Come on down and check us out. Excited for 2025.
And we are back and BB's messing with the studio lights, trying to get Randall's camera to correct itself, and that's what happens when we go with a live shoot. Anything and everything can happen. Now let's go to. I want to revisit something just a little bit, D. Swain, that happened a couple of weeks ago with the Riders Cup, and Roy come out and made a comment that he would never play in another tournament in the United States again, period.
Well,
is it justified?
I think that's hyperbole, first of all, because the Ryder Cup will be back here in 4 years, and he's not going to miss the Ryder Cup. Now, he has enough money where he can go back to the European Tour, but he's also the Masters champ. It's nonsense. Does he have a right to be upset? 100%. I'm mad for him. But he's not playing in the Masters. He's not playing in the U.S. Open.
Right.
So he's just talking because he's upset. And if he does decide to never play in the United States again, well, that's his loss. That's cutting your nose off, spite your face. Again, he can be mad, and he should be mad. Throwing stuff at somebody's wife, they should have took him out and had a public hanging right there. I'm all for it. But he's not done playing in the United States.
All right.
No,
now,
and why would he?
Do what, Randall?
Why would he? I mean, he's mad. I get it. He's got a right to be mad, but
Sure. He'll calm down time March rolls around, or February.
I couldn't imagine the Masters without Rory.
I can't either. But you don't have to, because he's going to be there. He's going to go defend his jacket.
Yeah.
And he's going to be since he said, see, the problem is with him saying that, now he's opened himself up to answer, why are you here at the Masters? This is the United States. He's going to have to answer that question 1,000 times.
Yes, sir. He is. And I understand. Him and his family were treated horribly.
Horribly. And I don't remember if it was Zazinger or Bradley. I think it's Zazinger that said, well, I wasn't there, but I heard they were awful in Italy 2 years ago. They were not to this magnitude. They were not. I wasn't there, and I can tell you that was not the case. So, was there some banter and probably some name calling? Sure. To the magnitude that Rory and Fleetwood and Shane Lowry and those boys had to put up with, no chance.
No, I agree. And there's a difference. If you're a fan, I like to heckle the punters. That's my thing. When you get a punter back up against the end zone, I think it's fun. Heckle him. My favorite thing to say is, say you're playing Central Florida, and the punter's on the really wanted to go to Florida State. But there's a difference in personal attacks.
Yes. And
Sports fans.
these cats were extremely personal.
Yeah.
But, the day before they started, the little joke about Rory was sitting there buttoning his button on his shirt, and some guy said, "You don't need a button to choke, Rory." That was funny.
That's sports.
That's sports. That's a little jab. Nothing wrong with that. Rory said that was good. Shane Lowry said, "Oh, that's funny." But that's not crossing any lines. Those idiots on Long Island crossed 17 different lines.
Yeah. Just you don't. I sat on top of the college football. I sat on top of, in Tennessee's stadium, I'm sitting on the top of the visitors' locker room. And I hear stuff, but there's funny stuff.
You ever fart?
All the time. I did that sitting here. But there's stuff that you hear, you laugh at. Some of it you hear, you kind of chuckle. Then every now and then you'll get one that just takes it to a personal level. And, I saw Coach do it also. Speaking of James Franklin, I seen him hanging over the field shooting birds at a student section there. So,
Well, the thing I remember, and everybody knows, I'm not a huge Phil Fulmer fan, but I wish he would have body slammed Jim Donnan the year he ran out there with his daughter, and Donnan dog cussed him in front of his kid.
Yeah.
He should have set everything aside and beat the living tar out of that man.
Yeah, and that was a bad scene. That was a bad precedent. And there's no reason to throw mustard at Lane Kiffin either. So
No, that was highly uncalled for. But look, we all have bad fans. Tennessee's just typically show out a little more than most, or they've got caught more times than.
Been a rough decade for us.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm always gonna remember Jim Donnan just showing his rear end, and me thinking Philip Fulmer's a better man than I am.
Yeah, better man than me.
Now, tell us about your golf game there in Gunnersville, D. Swain.
Well, it was a 2-man
Who was your partner?
tournament. Jeff Cooper, he's always my partner. It was 9 holes of shamble, which is select drive, and then you play your own ball in from there, and 9 holes of 2-man select shot. We played like garbage on Saturday. We shot 4 over. Essentially played ourselves out of any chance at winning. Mm-hmm. Then we come back on Sunday and played much better. Played 8 shots better. We shot 68.
That's good.
And
what was the course? What was the name of the
it's
course?
Gunner's Landing.
Gunner's Landing.
It's not super long, but it's very rolling. It's a cool golf course. I recommend it to anybody and everybody that likes to play golf. It's an hour and a half drive from here. It's worth it. We got JD's Grill down there. There's a couple other spots we want to try. We're talking about getting a group together in the spring, making it a weekend.
Yeah.
So we can go to a couple different spots to eat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good time.
All right.
And it's all around the water.
Now, how much is a round of 18 there at Gunner's Landing?
Well, again, this was a tournament, but I think weekend rates somewhere between $50-$60.
Okay.
That's not terrible.
I remember it used to be $44. Back when I was playing on a regular basis, it was $44 to ride 18.
At Gunner Landing?
No, not Gunner's Landing, but in general.
Oh,
about
yeah.
that, in general. Brown Acres,
Brown Acres still around the same price.
Is Air Castle still in business?
Yeah, they're proud of their golf course now.
Are they? What is it now?
About 50, 55.
Jeez.
That's insane.
To ride 18?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Moxon Bend's still $39, and it's in good shape.
That's not bad at all.
No.
All right, I'm going to. Let's see. All right, we're going to talk baseball. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I've got to step out real quick. Randall and D. Swain, I've got you down to do this. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this off real quick.
Must have to go pee.
All right, Randall and D. Swain. I'm going to tee it off to you guys to talk about the baseball playoff until I get back. Ready and go.
We'll talk Yankees, Blue Jays first.
I was hoping you'd go there. Is the Yankees wasting Aaron Judge's career?
I mean, your first goal is to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, they made a big move going out and getting Max Fried.
Yep.
The kid that pitched last night, the 6'12", throws 104 miles an hour kid from Boston. If he stays healthy, that's a great one too. The problem is, Rondon he's not a really good number 2. He'll be a decent number 3, but they needed to go get more arms than just Fried. Fried was a great step. Don't get me wrong. And they did have Garrett Cole. They didn't expect him to go down again. But if Cole is healthy and the new kid can stay healthy and Freed still has another Freed-like year next year, they're going to be right in the mix. And, I think they go deeper with 3 really good starting pitchers.
Yeah,
Toronto, the thing I like about Toronto, against Boston, oh boy had 12 Ks in 7 innings. He went 6 in the third. Last night he only had 2. Toronto puts the ball in play, puts pressure on the defense, which ultimately is what cost New York the game.
Yeah. Well, in Toronto, what was that? About 5 years ago, they put together that run of prospects that are just now kind of coming of age.
Really coming of age, yeah.
Yeah. In baseball, it's not. That prime hits late 20s, early 30s.
Absolutely.
Or upper 20s.
Well, that's why if the Braves will, and I'm not going to change the subject long, but if the Braves get a couple of really good starting pitchers, they're going to be right back in the mix next year because Austin Riley, Acuna, the core, they're starting to hit their prime.
Yeah, and you have the ability in Strider to have a shutdown pitcher up front.
Yeah, yes. Hopefully.
I really like the Blue Jays. I like what they've done.
If Chris Sale's got another year in him like he's had the last 2, he's your number 1. That dude can beat anybody.
Yeah. How far do you think the Blue Jays are going to go?
Oh,
I think they're going all the way.
I think they go to the World Series. I think I'm sentimentally because of the 80s, I'm kind of rooting for Detroit because I really liked Detroit when they had Kirk Gibson, Chet Lemon, Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, all those guys, Lance Parrish. I really liked that Detroit team. So, and Scooble, that dude's the real deal. He's the best pitcher in baseball behind Paul Skeeny.
He got by me a little bit. I didn't realize how good he was.
Oh, he's 1 or 2. If you want to take Paul Skeen, totally understand, not going to argue with you. You try to put anybody else in front of this, oh boy, I can't get on board with that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Seattle's a sweet little story, too, with the big dumper, and they're just a really good top-to-bottom baseball team.
They hit well.
Yes.
They hit really well.
And then, we got Dodgers. I love Freddie. I'm never pulling against Freddie. So, I'm okay with the Dodgers winning another ring because that means Freddie gets another ring.
Let's say the Dodgers don't do it. Let's just say...
If the Dodgers don't do it, well, I would love... If there was a way for Bryce Harper to get a ring and Philadelphia not win, that would be the ultimate goal for me because I want Bryce Harper to win a ring.
Right.
But if the Dodgers get put out, whatever American League team gets in, that's who I'm pulling for.
So let's say Phillies gets down to Phillies and the Cubs. Let's just say Cubs win. Cubs and Blue Jays.
Go Blue Jays.
You're not going to pull for the Cubs.
No.
What do you have against Cubs?
Nothing.
It's Chicago.
But you like the Blue Jays or you don't like the Blue Jays?
I don't have any. I like the way well, you missed that part. I like the way the Blue Jays play. They put the ball in play. They're just a really solid baseball team.
I like Vladdy.
And I like Vladdy. I love his dad.
Yeah.
Vlad Sr. is one of the best players to ever lace him up.
Yeah,
I like him. Bo Bichette's, they're saying probably going to be back. Isn't that right, for the championship series? That kid is a stud, too.
Yeah. Bo Bichette's maybe my favorite player on that team.
Yeah.
All right, we got to give me real quick, Randall, who you picking to go to the World Series?
I slip on Toronto a little bit, but after watching a little bit of the what's been going on, I'm going to pick Toronto. And again, I love Freddie too, but I love Mookie Betts, the Tennessee commitment at one point. So it's not like I hate the Dodgers, but I'd like to see some fresh blood. I like it. I like to see new teams. That's all I can say.
Keep your eye on Milwaukee.
Yeah.
They had the best record in baseball for a reason. Or
Yeah.
the best record in the National League anyway.
Milwaukee's probably going to be it. I'd like to see the Cubs.
I think it's going to be Toronto, Milwaukee. I just have a
I would
feeling.
agree with that. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Which will be wild right up there. You got a Canadian team
Yeah.
and a team right next to Canada.
That would be good. BB, what do you say?
I don't care.
You're the
about
baseball guy.
I don't know.
You supposedly win all these challenges.
I do.
With.
It's not the best color guy in the business for nothing, folks.
Look, when I got rid of cable, I lost all baseball. I don't get to watch it. I don't keep up with it.
Hey, you're like me. Once you don't really miss it anymore. It's just like, and then I sat and watched some the other day, and I went,
Yeah, I miss it.
It's kind of. I was like, man, I kind of like it, but.
And when the Braves went to Bally and Bally got
That
off
killed it for
YouTube
me.
TV,
Yeah,
I
I would
lost
still been
it.
a big baseball fan. I've always been a baseball fan my whole entire life. I mean, even when I struck you out at Johnstone, I was always a big baseball fan. Moving right on to segment, we're going to skip segment 6 because nobody really cares about that. Segment 7, NFL Power Rankings. And I want to cover some of these real quick because some of them are, let's see if we go down here to Power Rankings. Who is impressive in the Power Rankings jumped up 3 rankings this week? The Detroit Lions.
They
Do
are
you think they're
impressive.
for real?
Yes, they've been for real the last 2 years.
They were really good. I really want to see Detroit, this team. I want to see them go to the Super Bowl, and I want to
I
see
do
them
too. I want Jameer Gibbs, Dalton's pride and joy to get a ring. I want Jared Goff to get a ring but just because.
Yeah.
And St. Brown's really nice. Hutchison's a really. They just have a bunch of
I mean
likable
it
guys.
for the coach. I mean it for the coach. He
Yeah,
deserves
Dan
it.
Campbell,
He
great.
deserves it.
But the players as a whole are just likable dudes.
They are. They are really good. Buffalo is the second ranked. They
I do like Buffalo.
the same, but I do. I like. I never was a Buffalo fan till Allen comes in and he changes perspective of the team a little
he's
bit.
weird, but I like him.
Philadelphia Eagles at 3. They dropped down 1 position. Tampa Bay moved up 6 positions into number 4, and
That's a shocker.
they are. I'm telling you, they're going to be very tough. Mayfield is on his game. It looks like.
And Mike Evans is out for a few more weeks. Just wait till that dude comes back.
Yeah. And then we got number 5. This is who I really want to talk to. Jumped up 10 spots. Daniel Jones led Indianapolis Colts.
I have no problem with it. They're for real.
Now, McAfee made the comment that the Bucks are a team of destiny. So keep your eye on the Tampa Bay Bucks. They're looking really good.
McAfee says a lot, though.
He does, and it's funny because I heard some people talking about McAfee the other day, and which do you prefer? College Game Day with Coach Herb Street and those guys without Saban, just the original
Well,
Devin-
what coach you talking about then?
Corso.
Oh,
I'm talking about when he was, let's say 5 years ago.
I'm
That
down.
game day compared to what we have now as
I
game
like
day.
now.
Way better.
I just don't like the vulgarity.
I don't either.
Their language.
No, I'm
has
with you
become
there. They
some
didn't do
trash.
that back then.
Yeah.
But
And
once
Saban is
Corso
just as
took the
bad as
helmet
all
off
of
and
them.
said
I'm done.
what he said, they've allowed swearing to be more part of it.
McAfee is just atrocious, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's led it.
He's when you saying
But they let him get
SOB
away
on-
with it on his podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he signed $1 million, he signed the deal. But
X's and O's wise and everything else, I like this better.
I do too. I like the format better. I'm not so big a fan of when they say next, when they've got their little pointers and it goes to the questions and they say next. They all know who's getting what question and it lands on certain ones. And here's why I say it's lost a little bit of its luster because where were they at this weekend? Where was
It wasn't the white at it.
this past week? Alabama Vandy. So they're at Vandy, right?
Good for them though. Seriously.
Yeah.
Vandy's never had game day.
And they're talking about who's the team that could go all the way. And of course, they're in Tuscaloosa, so they say, "Oh, Alabama." everything was Alabama. They're playing, and I don't like that. I want them to
Well,
be.
now McAfee will play
straight
up to
up.
the crowd, but just like when he picked Alabama to beat Georgia,
Yep.
he sings the Georgia fight song.
He calls the dogs, "Who's that walking?"
Yeah.
That
And
was
then
funny, though.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
so,
The
and Saban's gonna pick Alabama.
Yeah.
He's a homer.
And I see that's the thing. He went with that. Saban went with different things, and I'm my guy. I'd rather have some.
But everything loses some of its luster at some
It
point.
does.
What you got, Randall?
I love having Nick Saban on there.
I do too.
I do too.
I love seeing that other side of him, and what I'm never going to put aside is that man knows more college football than anybody in my life. So
It's like, and this isn't apples to apples, but it's at least apples to
Grapes.
Pears.
pears. Nick Faldo. You watch him on the golf course, the dude never smiled, super stoic, whatever. You listen to this dude in the booth, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Charming, funny. Saban's like that. You get
Yeah.
all this, he just vomits intelligence about
what they say
football
about
out,
me, yeah.
and you get a little charisma. Well, no, they just said you vomit.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You didn't let me finish that.
Well, I know I just talked about I don't like the swear words, but when they were talking to Belichick,
Yeah, that was funny.
and he says,
Well, he's
full
yeah.
of crap.
That was kind of funny because Saban did not like that. He don't like the spotlight on him. He don't like to be called great. He don't like to be told he's good at anything.
But he's the greatest college
He is,
coach
but
of all
he
time.
don't like to be that pointed out. And Belichick said, "I learned a lot from you over the years."
Go ahead, Randall.
if I was a college coach, I would record every episode and go back and cut the Saban's quotes and his comments out of it, just because I feel like when I watch that and Nick Saban's talking, I'm learning something.
Yeah.
No question.
Know about football, that man's got the ability to teach me something.
Well, Lord, yeah, he does. And you think about it, Randall. I mean, it's really a good idea if you're a coach. Maybe you're a high school coach. Maybe you're D2, D3 coach. You could learn from those segments, like you're saying, because he breaks everything down like he does. I think it's great for any kind of coach, really, to sit and listen. And I would love to have more Saban breaking down film.
I don't know if y'all watched any of the SEC network,
Yeah,
but my boy Tim Tebow just told it like it was.
I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
He said all week he thought he was going to be picked in Texas. And he went the day before Friday to the stadium, to the Swamp, had a conversation, and my man goes full on Superman, rips his shirt off. He's got a gator tank top on, and he says, "You don't get out of the swamp alive." And he flexes, and he is a specimen.
Oh yeah, he's always been ripped, but he's kept it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when I look in the mirror, that's who I see looking back at me.
Good for
just-
you.
You have a
just
fat
being
head?
real. Huh?
You must have a fat head taped to your mirror.
Well,
I am
I didn't say
glad.
what it was. I'm just saying.
I am glad that your
What are you
eyes
doing
are.
with- what kind of haircut is that? That's like the alfalfa look you had going on there.
It's the Kirby.
I just took my hat off and it just laid
it
the
was-
way it was
it was-
supposed to.
He'll get for those watching at home. He'll be staring at himself in the rest of the whole time. He won't
Red
pay attention to
pen.
what we're saying. What
If
did I
you
do
look
that time?
this good,
Himself. Hisself is not a word.
Did I say himself?
yeah.
No, you said hisself.
That's what I meant. Himself.
Yeah. No,
I
that's,
will not
that's
look
not
at
a word.
myself.
You don't look at
Himself.
himself.
Him-
His self
I'm
is
a-
probably.
I'm a good looking son of a gun. What do you mean?
You ain't looking at the same spot I'm looking. I mean, look right in that
I'm not
mirror.
looking in your mirror.
Look in that
I'm
mirror.
looking in
Look
my
in that
mirror.
mirror. You've been charming your.
I got a huge nose and some ears that stick out.
No, you can tell you've lost a lot of weight in your face.
Yeah.
And it's what's funny is we didn't get the we didn't do that. I didn't know you was shaving the mustache off.
I didn't
You must-
either until
It's
it
kind of
happened.
weird. Yeah.
We
It's kinda
both we
weird.
look like.
Yeah, it's like we had it at the same time. I don't believe I'm gonna do
He
it
now
again.
has that professor vibe going with just the goatee.
Well, who's the we're
He,
going
look, he
political.
looks like
Who's the
the
governor of Pittsburgh or the guy that can't speak? I'll look it up. Hang on a second.
Red Pen,
He always wears
Pittsburgh's
the
a
hoodie.
city. They don't have governors.
No.
Oh, you caught that one?
Yeah,
That was good.
I caught it.
I thought, man, he's on
He's the one that had a stroke and can't speak, but he's a governor or senator or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. Now, if you're talking, you got the Fetterman vibe.
Fetterman, that's who I'm talking about. Fetterman. Let me put this hat back
he did
on.
have a stroke. That's right. We had something. He can
He-
talk
I look-
now.
I look in the.
He
this
talks
thing-
fine. He's the only one on the left side that has any sense.
He's the only one.
I look at it and I'm like, I see Fetterman,
Yeah.
and that's
I
embarrassing.
definitely see
I
Fetterman.
do too. All right. NFL
Except
power
for
rankings.
a much thinner version. He would be happy.
I'm down 26 pounds
Of
since
course,
March,
he's like
boys.
6'6" or 6'7". He's a big old man.
But what kind of idiot wears a hoodie and shorts into the cabinet?
They let him.
They let him.
That's right. Now, obviously they didn't think he was going to take it that far because they allowed it.
Yeah.
And then the very next day, they stopped allowing it.
You look at
Good for him for doing it.
You look at what our.
Oh, yeah, we're not talking about
Let's
that.
not go there.
No.
Because
Except we can say, for all you idiots out there that says Trump does nothing, Israel, Hamas, peace treaty.
I didn't
today.
Today I heard there was talk about it,
Oh, yeah.
but we'll see if it lasts. If it does, I mean, it ain't on Trump. Regardless, the fact that he could get them to agree to something and sign it is big.
But he's got the Democrats praising him for getting this peace deal.
Finally. It's not the only thing he should have been praised for.
That's
by
a
the Democrats.
huge step for any Democrat, any liberal media.
Minus Fetterman. Fetterman's always
Yeah,
gave him his flowers.
Yeah.
That again, he's the only dude that talks with any sense.
Yeah. But
Right.
with see,
Now I did hear, and we can intertwine Fetterman with this. Stephen A. come out and was it Stephen A.
Probably.
or was it no? It was
It's
actually
both.
Bill Maher. Bill Maher said Fetterman's who the Democrats need to latch onto, and he's not wrong.
No, it's not wrong. They need to get rid of everybody, and that you're seeing front line for the Democrats right now.
No,
Oh.
they need to leave them where they're at.
Yeah, Hakeem. Now, here's what's funny, and I'm gonna say this real quick. You remember when the Republicans used to idolize Ronald Reagan? They all would comb their hair just like Ronald Reagan, and they would try to talk like Ronald
I
Reagan.
do not remember that
Yes,
because I
they
wasn't
did.
really
They-
into politics
Yeah,
like that.
they did. Now Hakeem Jeffries and Mr. Hands himself, Gavin Newsom, are all trying to be Barack Obama. It's hilarious. Hakeem even will pause and turn his head like Obama does. Watch their mannerisms. It's the funniest thing
The
ever.
problem
because
is
that's who
the
they're at.
dirt on Obama's coming out.
And it needs to. It needs
Sure
to.
it does.
But here's the thing, and it's funny how they're so tone deaf. They don't understand what's going on in the country. They just want to look like Obama because they think that's going to get them.
It amazes me how dumb they are.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's no pulse on reality. But let's move on. College pick'ems. We've only got 15 minutes, less than 10 minutes
all
left.
right, can I go over that real quick?
Yes, hit it.
3 weeks ago.
Hold on. I'm gonna put you
Oh,
on.
he's
close.
wanting to go over that.
I know why he's wanting to do it, but let me put him on. Give him his flowers. Go with it.
So 3
Well, they
weeks
died.
ago, they did a hard death. So I've got to pull it up here. 3 weeks ago, I was ranked. I haven't been here. I was ranked 77 in the nation. So I went a little brazen, and I put
Red pen?
no. That's
Brazen?
correct. Brazen.
Oh, brazen. I thought you said brazen. Okay.
I was
my
gonna
bad.
say ballsy, but I thought that was inappropriate.
That is very
Okay,
inappropriate.
so
yes.
I went brazen
Chest shot
2
on
weeks
Randall.
in a row. 2 weeks in a row. I'm pulling it up. Sorry. And I picked Georgia
Crack
to beat
shot.
Bama in my 10 spot, and then last week I picked Vandy to beat Alabama in the 10 spot.
He's just picking everybody as a super lock to beat Alabama. So Missouri this week is going to be the 10 spot to beat Alabama.
Look, I'm ahead almost 20 points. I can fudge a little, and that's why I got cocky. And now I'm ranked 18,000, but I digress. Yeah, so let's go pick 'em. I'll go first. We're gonna go 1 through 10, or y'all want to
Hold
go?
on. Let me pull them up.
Yeah,
I
1
was
through
looking-
10.
looking
I
at-
like
looking
to just
at
go
our-
down the list.
If
1
you
through
look at
10.
our chats real quick while I'm pulling this up, and it's just I just want to give a shout out to Hunter and Heiser Nation. You don't see him on because we were going to do a remote catch up on disc golf because Battlefield Outdoors and the different ones that help Hunter and Heiser Nation and all, he's been doing a tournament every Thursday. He's got 3 weeks to go. He's been doing it the last 5 weeks. So every Thursday, if you're into disc golf and you enjoy disc golf, go get a hold of Hunter. Get a hold of Heiser Nation. You can, his email is letsgoheisernation@gmail.com. See him on the YouTube page, or you can go down to the actual course on Thursdays and start playing. The tournament is growing. Now with that being said, let's go to college pick'ems.
All right. Number one for me, I have Oregon.
Oh, you know what? I had you the whole camera on you the whole entire time.
okay.
I didn't flip it. I'm so used to.
That's okay. Sorry, if I'd have known that, I would have looked up.
Yeah. All right, go.
I have Oregon over Indiana for my number one. TCU over Kansas, number 2. Iowa State over Colorado, 3. Nebraska over Maryland. Texas over Oklahoma. I've picked Texas for the upset for my 5 spot.
Holy cow, dude, are you crazy?
I am. Michigan over USC for 6. BYU over Arizona, 7. Arizona State over Utah.
Hold on, slow down. Where
Sorry.
you at? Arizona State over
That's
Utah?
8. Yep, that's
Are
8.
you nuts?
Yep. Here, it keeps getting better. You ready? Missouri over Bama for my 9. And Georgia over Auburn for 10.
All right, hold on. Now, you got Missouri beating Bama.
I do for the 9 spot.
Very possible. That could very well happen. It's at Missouri. Missouri is a powerhouse. I could see that happening.
Wait a minute.
I don't think they're a powerhouse, but I think
Powerhouse.
They're
is-
5-0.
they are. But
That's
they're
they're a
ranked
good
15.
team.
They're ranked 14.
14.
They got some power that people ain't looking at. They're gonna be in
BYU's
trouble.
undefeated too. Are they a
BYU's
powerhouse?
more powerful than Missouri. But yeah,
Okay.
but have you not seen BYU play?
Yeah.
Have you watched their whole game? They can score at will. Now, a powerhouse as in could BYU. I think BYU could play with Georgia. I do. I think they could play with any SEC team this
Okay.
year. This year's team. I
Okay,
think
no.
the same about Missouri. I don't want to play Missouri. I don't. Randall, what do you think about Missouri?
I think Missouri's good. I think Missouri's where they should be, and I love their coach.
Do you think they're higher than 14th?
I think they're going to the playoffs.
Do you think
That's-
do you have confidence pick that they're 9 spot over Bama?
No, I do not. I have
Good.
them at the
Good, because you're in second place and I need to beat you.
Now, all right. Where do you have Oregon, Indiana?
1.
For who? Oregon?
Oregon.
You got Texas beating Oklahoma.
I sure do.
Where'd you put them?
5.
All right, D. Swain, hit your list.
1, I got Arizona State going to Utah and winning. 2, I have Indiana beating Oregon.
Well, you've been high on Arizona State all year,
I
and
have.
it's bit you in the hind end.
Well, it bit me in the hind end once.
Yeah.
They're 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Indiana over Oregon. Oregon's got to lose a regular season game at some point.
What if they don't, though?
Well, then
This could be the one.
Then I lose 2 points.
Yeah,
it's not that
this could be
big.
the one.
I got USC beating Michigan because it's at home, and Michigan hadn't looked great. They've done what they had to do to win, but they hadn't looked great.
Right.
Now, I'm not super confident in that because I got them at 3, but I do have USC winning. I got Alabama winning at number 4.
Yeah.
BYU at 5. TCU beating Kansas State. I give up on Kansas State. No more Kansas State for
Yeah,
me.
I did too.
I got them at 6. I have Texas at 7 beating Oklahoma.
You're doing it too?
Yeah.
I've got, yeah, okay, go ahead.
Nebraska beating Maryland at 8. I have Georgia at 9 beating Auburn. And I have Iowa State at 10 beating Colorado.
I tell you, that's what I was going to say. Your Iowa State Colorado game should be a number 10. I believe that's a definite going to happen. Randall, your picks.
At 1, I have Arizona State beating Utah. At 2, I have Nebraska beating Maryland. At 3, I have USC beating Michigan. At 4, I have BYU beating Arizona. At 5, I have Missouri beating Alabama. At 6, I have Oregon beating Indiana. At 7, I have Oklahoma beating Texas. At 8, I have TCU, who I think is a good football team, beating Kansas State. Iowa State beating Colorado at 9, and them Georgia Bulldogs at 10 to beat Auburn, who who I don't think is a very good football team.
No.
All right, I've got, and I'm doing the B-Lo can't miss them picks. I'm 16-14 on this one. I'm ranked 121,000. Decent, where do you rank?
119,000.
Randall, where do you rank?
I don't know how to figure that out.
It's right there on
It
the
tells
front.
you right at the
Scroll
top.
at the top.
49,000.
Ooh,
And I'm
Randall.
1,500.
All right, so that my can't miss them picks, which is my worst entry that I have. I have Alabama over Missouri at 1, Oregon over Indiana at 2, Oklahoma over Texas at 3. So I'm not 100% about that one. TCU over Kansas State at 4. I could probably move that one up, but I just smell an upset at home. I just don't know. I just do. Nebraska over Maryland at 5. Georgia over Auburn at 6. Michigan over USC at 7. BYU over Arizona by 8. I believe that's going to be a crush. Utah over Arizona State, it being at home, and I believe it's a night game, and it's at home at night. I just think Utah is going to win at least by 3. And Iowa State over Colorado, that's a 3:30 game. Colorado's at home. Dion is in trouble. He's not his best. He's got a lot of things he's overcoming. So a lot of that coaching is probably coming by his staff more than him. I don't see Colorado win, but maybe 1 or 2 more games the rest of the year. Now, in saying that, even if we looked at that and we said Colorado probably won't win, but maybe 1 more game. I ain't looked at their schedule. Let's look at somebody pull their schedule. Who's got their schedule? Anybody got it close? Let's see. I'm curious.
I keep Colorado's schedule on
Okay.
Rolodex.
Yeah, well then pull it up since you've got it.
Nobody cares about Colorado.
Well, it's because of the Dion. If it wasn't Dion, none of us would care.
Again,
But Dion was.
do you think I care anything about Dion?
Yes, you do. He wished you happy birthday last year, and you didn't even appreciate it.
Well, that's how I roll.
I mean, he took the time out of his day to slide on the 50-yard
Here's
line.
your quick update in baseball fans. Phillies, Dodgers, bottom of the 6th. Nothing.
We were on the edge of our seat on that update. Nothing. What's the inning?
Bottom of the 6th.
Iowa State, Utah, Arizona, West Virginia, Arizona State, Kansas State.
All right, so Utah, they're going to lose. Arizona, they'll probably win. West Virginia, they could win that one, and Kansas State. So they might win at least 2. What do you think, Randall?
I think it's about right. I'd say they're probably 2-4, 3-3.
Well, they're 2-4 right now. So if you win 2 more, they'd be 4-6. Is that right? 4 or 6? Is there 10? How many are they playing? 12. So 4-8, was still better than before he got there and he lost all of his studs. So I just don't see Dion coaching another year.
I am tickled that, his studs finished 13-12 and got their jerseys retired. How have we not talked about that?
That's just, well, you know what that is.
Nepotism.
Yeah.
In a huge. Travis Hunt, look, if any school retires a Heisman Trophy winner, I'm on board with it. Yeah. I'm fine with it. You don't do it the year they're still playing, though. Tebow's didn't get retired. Tebow still hadn't been retired. And he is arguably the best player to ever play at Florida. His jersey's not retired.
I don't think that's arguably. I think that's just true.
I'm trying to be a little modest. It's obviously true.
I think he's one of the top 5 college football players. I do, in my mind. I think Tebow was by far top 5. Who else would be better than Tebow in college? There's a few.
You don't want. My answer is nobody. But
you have him at 1.
Yes.
Barnett, do you
Yes.
have him in your top 5?
Yes, I've got him at 1. We talked about this when we did the D. Billow show.
Have you got Tebow in your top 5 as all-time college?
Hey, I have him or Bryce Young at 1. I thought Bryce Young was as talented as any player I've seen. So my impressions of Bryce Young is his 2 games against Tennessee. So I don't see a lot of games besides that.
And I think he's in the top 5. There's some that you could say, like you said, Bryce Young was good, Tua was good,
Julio Jones.
Julio, yeah.
AJ Green, Cam Newton.
There was a lot of good ones.
Joe Burrow. Cam Newton and Joe Burrow, if you want to argue for 1 year,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Tim Tebow's career was better than, and he was better than everyone.
Yeah. I could definitely say he's in that top 5 easy. He could be top 3, but so, and that's what I guess what irritates me is he could have had an NFL career.
He could have.
And
we know why he got.
We do, and that's
Shame on the NFL.
It is.
You got me on camera.
Yeah,
All right, good.
you're in group. We're closing out though. Last thing I want to touch on real quick. Oh, what do you got?
77. Can you see that?
No, pull it back. There.
I was ranked 77 out of everyone.
You still stuck on that? I thought we covered that.
We did cover that, but
Y'all don't give me no praise. 77.
If you were at 77 now, we would.
We would.
But you're at 15,000.
I could have
Exactly.
played conservative.
So you know how many
You
he's
should have
lost?
played conservative.
You know how many he's lost? 77 and 15,000. That means he's
That's
lost
a bunch of L's.
33.
That's a bunch of L's.
35, something like that. It is. Last thing we'll touch on before we got to go, we got to make this quick. We're not going to get any shout outs because we have 5 minutes left. Belichick buyout. Does it happen or does he stay all year? D-Swing.
That's a good question.
See, it's
I'm on the fence. I don't know. I think he does. I think because from what I heard, we were talking about at work today. Them poor boys feel like they being pushed around.
yeah.
He's too hard. He yelled at me.
Yeah. I'm
Punks, all of them.
yeah. I think he makes it the whole year, but I would not be surprised. BB.
We can't give shout outs?
Not yet.
I don't care nothing about that. What
Okay,
did
then
you-
get
I
a
didn't know
shout
what
out
you
real
said.
quick. Hurry, real quick shout out.
North Whitfield won the middle school region conference, whatever. They are champions of softball. Congratulations, Taylor and the girls. That's all I care about.
Randall, you want to add on to the Belichick thing or a shout out real quick? We got 2 minutes,
It
3
matters
minutes.
if his girlfriend needs money because she's pretty smoking hot.
Who's that?
His girlfriend is smoking hot. That's what he said.
Randall's?
Mine!
Oh,
Belichick's. His
Belichick's.
granddaughter / girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she's caused all the Belichick problems.
No question.
doubt.
There's
doubt.
no question.
No question. You can see her on the sideline.
Yeah, it's bad, and that I think that's going to cost him in the long run. I don't see him.
What's it going to cost him?
Well, it's going to cost him the job at North Carolina. But
So,
physically-
okay.
yeah. But at the same time, he's going to. How much is his buyout?
From what I heard, he's going to pay the school $1 million.
He's going to give them $1 million, but they still have to pay him like 10, if I'm not mistaken. He gets $1 million back of that.
Oh.
It's something where he's going to run. He's going to get money.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
right.
Who cares?
Shout out real fast, D-Swing. You can't shout out to me because I'm
Shout
right
out to the Florida Gators for finally showing up.
Right.
And I've been telling these fellas all year, Jake Ball is a stud. Florida's running back, number 13, stud. Now, keep your eye on Dallas Wilson this weekend, fellas. Big, physical, strong receiver that missed the first 4 games. Set all kinds of freshman records this weekend. So, come on, Florida. Go to College Station and get back to 500 just to make Florida Gator fans that want Billy Gone mad. I love it.
Yeah. BB, you already did yours?
Yeah, Belichick's buyout's $30 million.
30 million. So, Randall, shout out.
So this weekend, if you've noticed on my Facebook, I performed at Warpath Wrestling. I didn't wrestle, just a performance personality thing. And I just want to shout out the boys who worked so hard up at Warpath in Pikeville, Tennessee. They are part of our Wrestling with a Cause, October the 25th at Dunlap's National Guard Armory show. And you might come and you might get some Randall performing a little more magic.
All right, and that concludes our show for this week. Go to church somewhere this weekend.
Yes.
Take care and may God richly bless you. We are out.
See ya.
See ya.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners.
Hello? You play to win the game.